there are the numbers so far. Just 3 points on the board. Remember last year in the Grey Cup game, Ottawa got out to a 20-point lead, then had to hang on and won it in overtime. And already, Dwayne, we've seen something a little different. Obviously, Trevor Harris at the helm, but also the utilization of Patrick Lavoie.
Yeah, well, this is one of the neat things with a guy like Patrick Lavoie. When you talk about CFL teams, whether you're looking offensively or defensively, you want to have the ability to give multiple looks using the same personnel. Patrick Lavoie is a guy who possesses the versatility to do that. He's listed as a fullback, but you can line him up in the backfield, you can line him up at tight end. He's a guy you can put in the slot and have him run routes. It goes back to the things he did in his days in college at Laval, and he's done a terrific job here catching passes out of the slot.
Ninth play of this drive, first and goal. Harris to Powell, touchdown, Ottawa. How sweet must that feel for William Powell? Lost all of last season because of injury. First game back, couple of touches already, and a touchdown.
William Powell having such a huge impact on the early going in this football game. See once again how they set it up. A little bit of play action, just sneak Powell undetected out of the backfield. Alex Singleton, the middle linebacker, played trying to catch up to him.
Red Blacks are going to go for two here. Fusion. Harris drops it. Now throws it. And it works out to Greg Ellingson. I'd say that's a red-black bounce.
Sometimes you got to be lucky to be good. Back to this touchdown to William Powell. Again off play action, bring a slot back sweep look. Powell sneaks through the line of scrimmage late and gets lost in a little bit of traffic. He was hard to detect getting out on that flat route. Just an easy dump off for Trevor Harris to his running back.
Last touchdown for William Powell was 2015 in the playoffs for the Ottawa Red Blacks. Had 3 touchdowns on the ground in 2015, 2 in the air, and as mentioned, tore that Achilles in the preseason last year, missed all of 2016, watched his teammates celebrate a Grey Cup win, and I know he celebrated as well, but wanted to be a part of it. 11-0. Roy Finch. Helmets collide down there, 32-yard line. The starting point this time for the Calgary Stampeders. Trying to protect the football and get some offensive momentum. We're not used to seeing this Stampeder team. And again, it's early in the new season, but when last we saw them, they moved the ball on everybody at will.
Well, they certainly did, but it's unique. We talked during the preseason, Rod, about, first of all, how short a preseason it is, and the Stampeders played their 2 games quickly. They've had 11 days off leading up to this. When Dave Dickinson mentioned that he felt this practice week, because it was so long, it seemed like they were almost a little flat as it approached the end of the week.
Said they looked restless and Messam. Arnaud Gascon-Nadon in on the tackle, a 4-yard pickup from last year's most outstanding Canadian. You know, the Stampeders kind of did what the Red Blacks did the year before. The Red Blacks kind of swept all of the individual awards, didn't win the big game. The Stampeders did that last year and could not win the big game. McDaniel, short of a first down again. Dave Dickinson's looking over at that yardstick. He's going to put his punt team out, but he's calling them back. It's 3rd and about a half yard. So Andrew Buckley, the backup quarterback from Calgary, will come in short yardage. When last we saw him in November, inability to get into the end zone.
Yeah, part of one of the big plays of that game. Abdul Kane came up with a big stop. 3rd goal.
Buckley a flag down. I'm not so certain that Buckley got to the first down marker, but that could all be moved here.
Ottawa, defensive line. It's a 5-yard penalty. First down, Calgary.
It'll be interesting to watch Andrew Buckley, Dwayne, this year as the backup listed in Calgary.
You've seen an Ottawa player lined up inside that 1-yard neutral zone.
Just. Bo Mitchell returns. Protected. Oh, lays it in. Markway McDaniel can't hang on. That's uncharacteristic. That looked like a well-thrown football right into the midst of McDaniel.
Yeah, this pattern developed beautifully as you see the halfback Gavin's being run off by the other receiver. That creates an open layer for McDaniel. Well, Levi Mitchell dropped it in there nicely. But McDaniel, as you said, Mr. Reliable, unable to squeeze that one.
Stampeders who led the CFL in almost every offensive category a year ago. Pump and go. And going deep, Tavares Daniels runs out of room on the sideline. But what a catch. Big game player, Tavares Daniels. Former member of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Last year's Rookie of the Year.
You saw Jonathan Rose, second-year corner for Ottawa. He's peeking at the inside route. Kamar Jordan was in the slot. Well, Levi Mitchell had the pump fake to that inside route. Daniels just kept bolting down that sideline.
And up with big Miles Garrell on the sideline. Mitchell, down he goes, but there's a headshot to Bo Levi Mitchell. Zach Evans and company look like they got his helmet, and that will be roughing the passer most certainly.
Major foul, face mask. Ottawa, number 41, half the distance to goal, automatic first down, Calgary.
They say it's Gascon-Edon, but it is Zach Evans right there.
Yeah, and Evans knew right away as soon as he got up. There was really no celebrating on that one.
Yeah, he wasn't targeting the helmet by any stretch. He went up thinking it was going to pass and then just
Passed for whatever he could.
Yeah, instinctively reacted. Stampeders now. Far side. And another high hit there to the helmet, but Lamar Durant has it close to the goal line, inside the 3-yard line.
I'm excited to see what Lamar Durant does here in the third year of his CFL career. Last player picked in the second round of the 2015 draft. Had over 400 yards receiving in limited duty last season. He's a very unique athlete.
Second and 4. They look Messam. Jerome Messam still on his feet. Right in the crosshairs of Jarrell Gabbins, who has done a terrific job tonight. Gabbins forced a fumble earlier. Nick Taylor also in on the play, but Jerome Messam can't get it into the end zone. It's going to be third down and goal here. And they are going to go bring out Andrew Buckley, bring up the short yardage team.
And this is just a great effort by Khalil Bass. The initial contact, he got bounced a little bit by the much bigger Jerome Messam, who managed to wrap up the legs and hold on, prevent him from getting any upfield momentum.
So it looked like they were going to go for it. They decided to bring out Paredes. Take the points here, they do, and they are on the board. Now 11-3. Big drive stalls there. Second quarter. William Powell has scored. The only major of the game so far.
They struggled in training camp this year, not surprisingly, with some guys gone. I mean, you got Jonas Jackson, Chris Williams out of the lineup. You're trying to fit 2 guys new in. What I saw there in the first quarter was a lot of short passing game, and I thought Trevor Harris was off on a couple plays in particular. But he started to get his rhythm. I think he's got it now with a hurry-up offense.
A little bit of a wobbler. wobbler, and Jerron Kreiner has his first catch of the new season. And Jerron Kreiner was a force that was added to this receiving corps in 2016.
Number 4 gets good push right up the middle and delivers the hit, but Trevor Harris stands in. Not a perfect throw, but Jerron Kreiner helps him out, using that big wingspan to make the catch.
Red Blacks love Jerron Kreiner the moment they saw him. Powell now in the backfield. This time they got him, stop him for a loss. Patrick Levels, new cornerback for the Stamps, in on the tackle.
Talked earlier about the shuffling going on within that Calgary secondary. Tommy Campbell, boundary corner is out. Brendan Smith, field halfback is out. Joe Burnett has flipped over to play the short side corner. Levels, the rookie, is playing to the field.
2nd and 12. Little play action here, and Brad Sinopoli is going to get to the 55-yard line, but no further. And again, Brett Maher will boot this ball away. Stampeder team, Dwayne, that didn't have a lot of turnover. The only turnover really was because of injury.
Yeah, and this is a team that over the years has largely built from within. Even when you look at this Calgary lineup tonight, some of the guys that you're plugging in, you talk about a guy like Shaquille Richardson at the strong side linebacker, Malik Harris, weak side. These are guys that have been in the organization.
Roy Finch, what a move there. Flag down. I'll tell you about the penalty when we come back after the 40-yard kick. 11-3, home side.
I know that I'm the one that...
Great old lineman. Schultze coming up at halftime. And so far tonight, we chatted with the Red Blacks yesterday about how they contain number 33, which is not easy, Jerome Messam. They've done a really good job so far.
That has to do with the guy Schultze's envying right now. Taylor Reed, former Stampeder, former Hamilton Tiger Cat. Came over when Alex Singleton took over last season.
Steps into this one. Incomplete. Very quick 2 and out for the Stampeder offense that is sputtering in this first half.
And we're starting to understand Schultze's envy of the middle linebackers. All sorts of action for Taylor Tank Reed in that exchange.
Fumble there by Pierre-Luc Caron.
Celebrations have been long and loud and no doubt raucous. From playing in a park in North London to European champions. It's football heaven at Wembley at the National Stadium.
Jose Mourinho and United are back where they belong, winning trophies.
From little cheats to champions.
Cue delirium at Wembley. And the Royal Club of Spain are kings of Europe again.
You under there. What do you really want to eat tonight?
Sweet sour pork with egg fried rice.
Go for it, Coggles. Order now online at Just Eat.
Pirelli tyres available at QuickFit.
You should let Bet Victor find you the perfect horse. How's that work then? I think I'll leave that to a sommelier to explain. When there's too much choice, it's hard to make the right decision. Bet Finder from Bet Victor makes things easy. Just select from star ratings, course and distance winners, informed trainers, and more. Then they'll find the perfect match. Great, thanks.
CFL's opening weekend continues tomorrow. The Eskimos face off against the Lions. Coverage begins at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific across the TSN network. Season kicked off last night down the road in Montreal. The Alouettes winning a nail-biter against the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Game 2 here tonight in the nation's capital. Same city that will host the Grey Cup game in November. So the journey begins. Who will play in that game? Always a great atmosphere here. Red Black Nation. Trevor Harris operating at a high percentage so far.
12 of his first 14.
13 of 15 now. Deontay Spencer maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. They have lost a half yard. Pretty good gets for the Red Blacks when they lost Ernest Jackson and Chris Williams, getting Deontay Spencer and Kenny Shaw.
Yeah, and a couple of guys that are somewhat familiar with the system. They were coached by Ottawa offensive coordinator Jamie Elizondo, who worked with the receivers in Toronto a couple of years ago.
Harris wings one, and a juggling act, and it's incomplete. Good coverage. Josh Bell in on the play. Greg Ellingson can't hang on.
Ellingson lined up as number 2 receiver in the slot. Isolate him and create some space, but that's terrific coverage from Sionte Evans, who's in the lineup in place of the injured Brandon Smith.
Brett Maher trying to lift this one near his 15-yard line. End over end kick. And it will bounce out of bounds near the 45. Flag down, no return. 36-yard punt from the former Nebraska Cornhusker.
Ottawa, number 15. 15-yard penalty. First down, Calgary.
And it went off the helmet. Jared Bush.
And whether he's trying to field that or not as a Calgary player, as soon as he touches that, if there's an Ottawa player within 5 yards of him, no yards penalty of the 15-yard variety.
So the header play kind of works out for Calgary. And Kim Murphy, the whistle here. They'll reset. .5:40 to go before halftime. Panel in the house tonight. They'll reboot this. Mitchell with pressure. Almost picked. Looking for Rob Cote. There's Jonathan Rose on the corner. And he almost took it the other way a step earlier, and he had daylight.
Yeah, they set this up as a throwback. It's almost like a screen kind of look. You're going to see Cote all the way across left to right on the formation. They get slow going left and come back to that side. But Jonathan Rose stayed at home the whole time. Was perfectly positioned, just waiting on that one.
Stampeders trying to convert on second down, and they will give forward progression, so it will be a first down now. 2 for 8 on second down conversions. 12-yard pickup here. And finally, some momentum here for the Stamps. Marquay hauling it in.
2 other routes going deep in that pattern. Clear out a little bit of space for McDaniel to work the out underneath.
Looking in zone. Double coverage. Thought he had Daniels. There was Claiborne and Antoine Pruneau. missed two, almost picked off.
Oh, Tavares Daniels isn't going to sneak up on anybody in 2017 after his phenomenal Rookie of the Year season. There you see both halfback and free safety going with them. Thought there was an opportunity right here to take the easier throw in the flat to Jerome Messam as coverage dropped off. I appreciate when it's Daniels why you want to take that deep shot, put your faith in him.
Over the top, what a catch by last year's rookie. Well, it's Jordan. Kamar Jordan thought it was Daniels. Jordan goes high, brings it down near the 10-yard line. What a catch here by Kamar Jordan.
Well, this is a beautiful route by Kamar Jordan. You saw the great footwork to stutter step and settle. He had a couple receivers sit down defenders sit down about 5 yards earlier as he changed gears and broke through to the next level.
First and goal. Touchdown. Ball's loose. Khalil Bass has the football. Still has the ball. Bass is taking it all the way. The Stampeders are celebrating at the other end. Confusion reigns. The Stamps thought they scored. The Red Blacks taken the distance.
This was absolutely classic. If we had a split screen, you'd see celebrations happening at both ends.
Well, the Stamps have their hands in the air. The Red Blacks have their hands in the air.
He just has to break the front plane of the goal line, not the back plane, the front plane. And he appears to be across that plane before the ball comes loose.
There was a similar play last night in Montreal. Again, as long as he has possession, as the ball breaks the plane, it is a touchdown. So either way, they are reviewing this. Every scoring play is reviewed because Bass took it the other way. What do you think right now? Calgary touchdown?
I think it's a touchdown. And again, I mean, it's pretty close. It'll be interesting to see how they rule based on what the ruling was on the field.
How about Khalil Bass being in the right spot and then this dynamic run? Look at the help he's getting. Mostly because the Stampeders at the other end are all celebrating. Bass's first game in Ottawa.
The previous play, the ruling on the field was ruled a touchdown for Calgary. After review by the command center, it's been confirmed. We have a touchdown, Calgary.
So after all of that, but you still have to play it till its conclusion, and Kamar Jordan, after a couple of big catches, crowd now seeing this on the big screen, has brought the Stamps a little closer. Here's another look.
Now again, the forwardmost part of the ball just has to break the front plane. And I know it's very close.
And you have to have possession. So right there.
He's broken the plane.
And this is when he fumbles
and
the
now
football.
the ball is coming out. And again, the initial ruling on the field was a touchdown for Calgary. You can't say that it's conclusive enough to turn it the other way. Now, it would have been interesting had they called it the other way around and called it a fumble in the first place. Would they have reversed it? I think they got the call right. It gets no closer.
So the Stampeders now look to tie this game. A couple of big plays from Kamar Jordan. Maybe a little controversy as well. I think you explained it perfectly. So now a chance to tie. Bow. End zone. 2 points, Marquay McDaniel. And just like the Grey Cup game, where the Red Blacks stormed out to a lead, The Calgary Stampeders fought back last November, and they fight back tonight in this one.
Well, and when it comes to the two-point conversion, we've seen Markway McDaniel do this time after time.
He is Mr. 2-point. Big 2 points there. Big touchdown. Red-black fans don't like it. By an inch or two. Tie ball game in the Grey Cup rematch tonight. Tie ball game. I think the panel rents that tent out, or they bought it and they just keep it everywhere they go.
Maybe there's some climbing back there.
Maybe. Stangby again. Turn up near the 25-yard line.
Big special teams tackle there for Riley Jones. Drafted linebacker out of UBC.
A lot of draft picks in this game tonight. Canadian College Draft. Trevor Harris. 2.5 minutes to go before halftime. Slant pattern. Deontay Evans wraps up Brad Sinopoli. Close to a first down.
That's classic Ottawa offense with the quick hitter on the slant to Sinopoli.
They have to get to the 35-yard line. Let's see where they spot this. Looks like it is right just, yeah, it's a first down right on that 35-yard line. Rick Campbell, Coach of the Year 2 years ago. 3 short years, the Ottawa Redblacks go from expansion to explosion. Grey Cup champions. Remarkable, remarkable story.
Head Coach Campbell and his GM Marcel Desjardins awarded with contract extensions. Very well deserved this past week.
Another first down. What a good first half for William Powell. Stretches forward. Had to get to the 45-yard line. Looks like he's close to moving those sticks again.
And again, this is the thing that stands out to me about William Powell is how quickly he seems to hit top speed once he takes that football. He's got that terrific explosive burst.
Short yardage, they get the first down. Burst and ability and talent and speed, especially after the injury that he had last year for William Powell. Not easy to recover from.
It's been a long road back, but he doesn't look like he's lost a step at all. Still hobbling off a little bit after that series.
What a turnstile of running backs here in Ottawa. Minute 45, John Gott gets over that ball. Harris. Under pressure. Looks like he got one right in the grill. Penalty flag, looks like a face mask or a helmet shot. Brendan Galanders has the reception, but this is going to be a first down.
Face mask. Calgary, number 4. 15 yards from the end of play. Automatic first down.
Here you'll see Micah Johnson. Terrific spin move, but just came a little bit high.
So they add 15 to the yards accumulated into Calgary territory, looking to take the lead before the half. Play action again. Here's the rush. Harris now slinging. One-on-one. What a catch! Is it a catch? No, they're saying it's incomplete. Ellingson got to the high point. Looked like he was able to bring that down. Joe Burnett right there, though.
Ellingson isolated to the right side of the formation. And Trevor Harris, despite being under pressure, delivers a pretty good ball, putting it in place where only his receiver could get it. High to the outside, Ellingson did a nice job of shielding the defender from the football.
Need a first down here. This will be a long field goal attempt. An overthrow. One of the few misfires by Trevor Harris, looking for Kleiner over the top. Well, one thing we do know about Brett Maher, he's got plenty of leg, but they are going to punt the football. Maher hit a 58-yard field goal last year for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. He's going to look for the corner here. Down go the Stampeders at their 10-yard line. 37-yard boot with a minute to go. Let's go down to Matthew Shinetti.
We know so much, Rod, about Bo Levi Mitchell's conviction to the game, and that started really in Katy, Texas, and how could it not? Katy, Texas being so well known for championship football, especially at the high school level, but Bo had to learn the hard way after his second season playing. Some of his coaches went to him and said, you have to be a student of the game. You cannot just succeed on your talent. As I'm sure Matt Dunnigan can profess, you have to learn the game, all the details. Is something that Bo, he says, even this season, this offseason, he obsesses over the Dave Dickinson and why he did win. He says, I'm always going to be a student of the game. Gotcha.
Well, he's a student. He's also a professor. And a master at this. At the 1-minute offense here. 11-yard pickup. Trying to get his team in front of the Red Blacks before halftime. Now Messam. There is a big collision. The Mack truck meets the tank. Messam and Taylor Reed.
A couple guys that saw a lot of each other in practices a year ago prior to Reed's departure from Calgary. Great addition for these Red Blacks. A guy who had Grey Cup experience a couple of years ago with the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Brought some of that to the table for Ottawa.
Second down, 30 seconds left in the half. Messam will not get the first down. 25 to go. Dave Dickinson looking to his special teams now.
Well, this is what Ottawa was banking on when they elected to punt the football with Brett Maher and try and pin Calgary deep, get a quick stop, win in that exchange of field position. Hopefully, when Calgary punts the football here, what Ottawa's looking for now is a short field coming back the other way as time ticks down.
Red Blacks not ready for that. They bring out their return team now with 8 seconds, now 7. Neighbor will take a time count.
Time count violation, Calgary number 26. It's a 10-yard penalty, remaining third
And
down.
with 3 seconds, likely could run this out as well.
A good use of the clock there by Dickinson, his special teams coordinator, Mark Killam.
Maver's not even going to bother. They're just going to bring out the offense. They've put 5 seconds back on the clock. So in essence, really a play here, barring penalty. Double tight end. Try to wind down this 5 seconds. Maybe even take a shot. When they do, just throw it out of bounds. So the first half comes to its conclusion. Red Blacks had an early lead, just like last year's Grey Cup game, and the Stamps ride back. It's 11-all at the half on Friday Night Football on TSN.
At BT Sport, your experience is everything. We've made sure to be at the forefront of innovation.